happen if I scream? Found next Tuesday on NBC and streaming on Peacock.
Thank you for coming.
You had me a kidnapping for ransom.
New episodes of The Irrational will return to NBC. Catch up now on Peacock.
Studies show.
I'll pass on the monologue.
The Irrational.
The Mint Gaming Hall in Bowling Green is your premier entertainment destination. Enjoy all new games, Winter Circle Bar, Post-Time Race and Sports Lounge, Corner Cafe, and more. Located next to the mall, the Mint Bowling Green. The winning just got closer.
At Infinity Pipeline, your family is our family. Our employees are the foundation of what we do. And what matters to you matters to us. We're now hiring the next generation of skilled workers to help grow our community. Apply now. InfinityPipeInc.com.
Good evening, Chris Allen with News 40 at 10, your preview of weather. All day long, we've had clouds across the area, and we've seen those clouds just kind of hover over much of southern Kentucky. Now we're starting to see a back edge to those clouds, and I think overnight we'll see some slow clearing from west to east, and certainly during the day tomorrow we'll see more sunshine than today when we had a high of 66, 6 degrees above the average. 34 is where we started this morning. Tonight still mainly cloudy and a little milder. We'll see a low of 42. A look at your 7-day forecast coming up in just a few minutes.
Good evening, and thanks for joining us tonight for News 40 at 10. I'm Morgan Hoover. Our top story tonight, thousands of the extremely dangerous M30 tablet, or the fentanyl pill, are now off the streets in Bowling Green. The Bowling Green Warren County Drug Task Force says that after 2 undercover drug purchases of more than 1,000 M30 pills, authorities arrested 26-year-old Tyrell Whitney. During their investigation, they found more than 1,800 M30 pills, a pound of marijuana, THC gummies, and 2 handguns. Whitney is currently in the Warren County Jail, where he is facing several charges, including drug trafficking and possession of a handgun by a convicted felon. The investigation is still ongoing. Additional charges are possible. Well, this week is dedicated to those who show up after a mishap on the roadways. Tonight, News 40's Michael Ridgway has more on the safety for those in the car and in the emergency lane.
We have crews in each county that respond consistently to crashes that happen on all the roadways, from the interstates to the expressways to rural routes.
Unfortunately, accidents happen all the time, and some people are better equipped to clean them up than others. This week is National Crash Responder Safety Week, and those who are in this line of work are often in a danger zone.
Anytime someone sees flashing lights on a vehicle, even if it's not blue lights, yellow lights, red lights, whatever, people's attention needs to automatically go up. They need to look, pay attention, slow down. If they can get over safely, please move over.
A local tower said the idea of a week highlighting his livelihood is a beneficial thing.
I think it's good to get people out there and actually let them understand that how dangerous it is sitting on the side of the road. And, so people slow down, not do 90 miles an hour passing you up on the interstate. They don't realize that, something as simple as a lug nut coming off their car and hitting somebody going that fast could kill them.
And it's a real possibility that if you're not paying attention, things could get worse.
We do have instances quite often where there's a secondary crash after the first one. Debris can get sent toward the workers standing there at high speeds. We've seen tires come off other vehicles and go bouncing from one side of the road to the other, and that wasn't even related to the initial crash. This was something else. So certainly anytime we see flashing lights on the side of the road, people need to slow down and really look what's in front of them to protect everybody, to protect themselves, but also to protect the workers who are out working a crash scene, trying to help those people.
In South Central Kentucky, because local matters, Michael Ridgway, WNKY News 40.
Thanks, Michael. Speaking of first responders, the Bowling Green Police Department tried something new last night, offering a virtual ride-along. Now, this was done by Officer Brad Hogue, who followed 2 other officers to their calls that evening to give you a window into the lives of officers while working on their shifts. Hogue posted photos with descriptions about what was going on their calls. Thinks it was a good thing to try out.
We just thought that it would be a different way to connect with the community and let community members and people that follow us on social media know what our officers do over the course of a shift.
Officer Hogue thinks that this might be something the department tries again in the future. You can follow Bowling Green Police Department on Facebook to follow their future ride-alongs. The Kentucky Association of Counties is celebrating one local 8th grade student as she wins an art contest. News 40's Noah Fairber spoke to her today and has more details.
At Barron County Middle School, an 8th grader decided to enter the I Love My County art contest from the Kentucky Association of Counties.
When I entered, I really didn't expect anything, but when I got the phone call, I was so surprised with how it turned out. It was kind of just something that I just entered because it was just something that our teacher thought would be really cool.
Her art teacher actually heard about the contest from a local official.
I found out about the contest through our central office staff who learned about it from our Barron County Judge Executive, Jamie Bewley-Byrd. She always trying to promote our county, of course, and sent it out to some of our administrators at the district level, and they sent it to the art teachers in the district, and I thought it was a really good opportunity to showcase my students' work.
In the classroom, Ms. Vetter sees Marley's passion for art and is a huge supporter of her work.
She is just so self-motivated. I mean, I got to work with her in 7th grade for a little while, and then this year she's in my all-year art class, and when she finishes a project that we're doing in class, she just jumps immediately into making her own art. And I can tell it's something that she's passionate about and she likes to do in her free time too.
But why exactly did Marley choose the Barron County Courthouse as her inspiration for the drawing?
I wanted to do something that the whole county would know what it was. Like if I did a chicken coop or a family farm, that's great, but probably everybody wouldn't really understand what that was. So I thought I'd do something that was really big for the community, such as like the courthouse.
In Barron County, because local matters, Noah Fairber, WNKY News 40.
All right, Noah. Well, for the 13th year, Community Education is collecting donations for Teen Angel to make sure local teens have a Merry Holidays season. The Christmas Assistance Program is for teens 13 to 18 years old. It started in 2010 to help out an often left out age group. So many community members are pouring in each year to make it a huge success. For this program, Community Education works with middle and high school family resource centers, giving them the money to help the teens have a Merry Christmas.
But it's been a blessing because, one, the teens want to fit in. I mean, if we remember back when we were their age, between 13 and 18, that's all we wanted to do as well. So yes, a lot of what we're able to buy is clothing, head to toe, whatever they need, shoes, coats, anything.
Organizers hope the community will support the cause like in years past. Crocker Law Firm is pledging to match the donations reached this year. Their donation blast will be from 6 a.m. to 4 p.m. on December 1st at Starbucks on Scottsville Road and Scooters on 31W. You can always donate before that date. Just contact Community Education. Well, more kindness is being spread around South Central Kentucky, especially this coming weekend in Bowling Green. Cultivate Kindness. It's a local organization. They are holding their Pretty Little Things Tea Party at the Charleston in Bowling Green. This is happening Sunday, November 19th. The event will have vendors, catering, and entertainment from American Idol contestant Drake Walden.
We just want to give back to the community, and we would like for people to attend our tea party just to see all of the initiatives that we offer throughout the community, because some people do not know.
Tickets for the event cost $20. They can be found at cultivatekindnessnonprofit.com. Well, you could be eating around the world, and you don't even have to leave the city limits. Today, a discovery was made in the sanctuary city. News 40 reporter Carlisle Coppins tells us more.
Bowling Green is becoming more and more diverse by the day. And in 2017, the owner of Abby's International African Market discovered the value in having traditional foods from the African culture.
The more people, immigrants, that are coming to the Bowling Green, everyone needs to have his own food. Yeah, because there's a people, they cannot eat American food, they cannot eat Mexican food. They need to have those traditional food, especially for those people, they cannot eat this American food, they usually get the African traditional food.
People appreciated the market so much, the owner's sister began cooking and teaching others about their traditional foods.
Lisa's Kitchen is like to make other people feel great, ask questions. We're gonna show you how to make food. Every dishes that you need to know about African food, we can show you. We don't judge, we don't care where you're from.
Cooking the food did more than just fill people's stomachs. They also united the community through their culture.
A lot of people didn't have African food. They actually love it. I was so happy about it. I would just really appreciate it, and I'm really happy that people actually care about my culture.
Bringing authentic foods from different countries brings fresh perspective and a touch of joy, not just for the customers, but also the workers.
We're expanding our African way of living. So there's also immigrant people here in Kentucky. So all of us, we're trying to be known too, so that with our community neighbors, they want to know also there's African community around here too. We need this.
In Bowling Green, because local matters, Carlisle Coppins, WNKY News 40.
All right, Carlisle, let's check in now with Weather Chief Chris Allen on this pretty decent Tuesday.
It has been a gorgeous day, except for, of course, a few clouds. What we need from the clouds is some rain. Since September 1st, we've only picked up a little bit over 4 inches. Normal is 8.85. The deficit, now that's just since September 1st, is over 4.4 inches. If you go all the way back, year to date, January 1st through today, the deficit grows to 5.77 inches behind where we should be. I do see some rain in the forecast. I'll talk more about that coming up in just a few minutes, but right now, Patrick's got a preview of sports.
All right, thanks, Chris. We have plenty coming up in sports tonight. Here from Lady Toppers head coach Greg Collins after WKU's win last night over Cornell. The Tops have started the new season 3-0 for the first time since 2014. Plus, we have a full game recap from the Tops road trip to Murray State tonight. That's all in sports. Morgan.
All right, Patrick, in health news now. It is the main ingredient in popular over-the-counter cold and allergy medications. But an advisory committee to the FDA says this ingredient in the form of a pill may not actually do anything to ease your nasal congestion. In tonight's Health Minute, an allergist explains ways to help a stuffy nose this respiratory virus season. If you're sneezing, have a stuffy or runny nose, you may have a cold or allergies, and antibiotics won't help.
Typically, it just takes time. So 10 to 14 days later, you should continue to see improvement. And by then, hopefully all of those symptoms go away.
While phenylephrine, an ingredient in many popular over-the-counter cold and allergy medications, has been deemed ineffective in easing nasal congestion in tablet form by FDA advisors, there are other ways to unclog a nose, says Dr. Sandra Hong with the Cleveland Clinic.
Things like saline rinses can be very helpful. You may have heard of neti pots, and that's where you actually use either boiled water that's been cooled or distilled water. And it typically has salt and baking soda in it to flush out the sinuses and the nasal passages.
Hong says over-the-counter topical decongestants can also help temporarily, but says not to use them longer than 3 to 5 days because they can make nasal congestion worse. She says nasal steroid and antihistamine sprays can help, and there are still oral decongestants.
Things like pseudoephedrine over the counter. The thing about these are that you do need to go and speak with your pharmacist to sign for those.
Hong says while those medications are safe, they can have an impact on things like blood pressure, so be aware. And she says if symptoms don't improve over time, reach out to your doctor. Now, if a stuffy nose is the result of allergies, Dr. Hong says an allergy shot and even immunotherapy can also help. Well, still to come on News 40 at 10, drama in the house tonight as one of the most exclusive clubs in the United States almost became a fight club. More on that in just a bit. But first, Weather Chief Chris Allen is back after the break with a full look at our forecast. That's coming up next.
Name an animal the wife doesn't mind her husband calling her.
Piggy.
Don't do that.
Family Feud. Weeknights at 5 and 6:30.
I'm Ashley Wilson. Coming up tomorrow on News 40 Sunrise, find out how you can get involved in this year's Miracle on College Street Mile. Plus, hear the story of how one local veteran served our country in this week's Voices of Honor. These stories only on News 40 Sunrise.
Summer skies, they warm up everything. Then fall comes around, and you know it's getting near. Christmas, my favorite time.
Experience so much Christmas the way Santa does.
It's time for Nat's annual Christmas Bikes for Kids.
And you can help by donating a new or gently used bike.
At Nat's Outdoor Sports. The bike shop at Nat's Outdoor Sports will make any needed repairs.
And the Bowling Green JCs will distribute bikes to underprivileged children throughout our community.
Nat's will be accepting new and used bikes until December 5th. Nat's Bikes for Kids, sponsored by WNKY News 40.
I'll hit Woohoo 107.
And these great sponsors.
BG Home Furnishings is the best place to shop and work. We stay motivated with daily massages.
It is just like the North Pole around here. Santa and his elves are delivering daily. We could make a calendar out of our delivery team. Meet Mr. November, always smiling and ready to deliver your sofa. For over 40 years, we are proud to be a locally owned and operated business. We are so thankful for the continued support of our community.
WNKY News 40 is always on at WNKY.com.
We're back with Weather Chief Chris Allen. Chris, of course, we had those clouds today, but like you said earlier, we really need some rain out of those clouds, especially with a lot of the burn bans that we have in many of our communities.
Yeah, well, you saw the deficit of rainfall from September 1st to today and January 1st to today, approaching 6 inches behind year to date. So that's why there's a lot of burn bans and a lot of these fire, these things going on with the fire departments saying don't burn anything, the wildfires, the brush fires. I mean, especially over in eastern Kentucky, it's a real problem, but it's becoming a problem here in southern Kentucky as well. So we've just got to pay attention and don't don't throw out anything like cigarettes. Never leave campfires unattended. These are things that are all common sense ideas, but sometimes we just have to see this and go over it again. Burning is only allowed between 6 p.m. and 6 a.m. or overnight when the humidity is a little bit higher and we don't have the issues with the wind like we do during the day. Even keep vehicles off of dry grass and vegetation. Even the heat from the muffler and the tailpipe can start a fire. It's happened. Power tools can cause sparks around dry brush. And then, of course, your local officials always, if there's a burn ban in your community or your county, that supersedes anything else that goes on as far as this time of year for burning anything in the outdoors. Adhere to all of this and never assume that a little small fire is just going to stay a small fire. A little bit of wind and a little bit of dry air coming in can just take that small fire and make it something bigger. Now, rainfall potential is not going to be high. We are looking at adding about an inch to the deficit that we have right now, but it's going to come collectively, if you will, over the next few days. Thursday night into Friday, a good chance of rain, in which we'll pick up maybe about a ½ inch of rain, and then we'll add another ½ inch Monday and Tuesday as another system comes in. So collectively over that time, maybe about an inch of rain for us here in southern Kentucky. Unfortunately, it's just not enough. We need a good 2 to 3 day soaker, and let's hope that comes soon. 46 right now. It's starting to cool down. Humidity going up to 60%, and the dew point at 33. The barometer falling at 30.27. Over the next few days, we're going to keep things dry. There's a lot of rain south of us. There's a low pressure system over the Gulf of Mexico that is pushing that moisture northward. Unfortunately, it's only going to make it as far north as maybe Nashville, parts of Middle Tennessee as we get into the day tomorrow, just about coming up to the Kentucky state line. But there is so much dry air here with that high pressure, we're not going to be able to overcome that. So everything is going to stay extra dry for the next several days. Here we go into Thursday morning, Thursday afternoon. Strong southerly winds coming mainly from the south and east, and not really cooling us down anytime soon. But as we get into the next week or so, through at least the end of November, extra cool air, in fact, cold air coming in. Could we be going cold turkey for Thanksgiving? All signs point to yes, it is going to cool down significantly as we get toward Turkey Day. 42, cloudy and milder tonight. And then as we get into the day tomorrow, I think more sunshine than what we saw today. 68, 70 on Thursday. We get a lot of rain coming in on Friday, turning cooler for the rest of the weekend, and more showers Monday and Tuesday with highs only in the 50s. And we're back with more News 40 at 10 right after this.
Just rockin' and rollin', baby. Come back tomorrow.
We got you all fixed up. Got it all fixed up for you, man. Let there be light, ma'am.
Looks like she finally called JV.
All across America, it's Black Friday. But at your local Ford dealer, it's more like Bright Friday, thanks to big savings on vehicles that will brighten your holidays, like Ford F-150, Explorer, Expedition, and Bronco Sport. There's new inventory arriving daily. And now, big bonus cash on top of current offers. Hurry, Ford's Bright Friday event ends November 30th. Brighten up your holidays in a new F-150 with 3.9% for 60, plus $3,250 bonus cash during the Ford Bright Friday sales event.
Do you have musty smells coming up from your crawl space? USS is here to help. Neglected crawl spaces and excessive moisture can cause mold, unwanted pests, wood rot, and high energy bills. A USS encapsulation system will help prevent these issues and improve the air quality in your crawl space, making the air in your home cleaner and healthier for you and your family. Visit USS-KY.com for a free estimate.
We'll guarantee our best. Call USS.
Car wreck? When you get Hughes & Coleman, it can make a big difference. Here's what I mean. Insurance offer, $3,000. Our result, $156,000. Insurance offer, $0. Our result, $385,000. Insurance offer, $300,000. Our result, $1 million. After an accident, if you want to get the money you deserve, get Hughes & Coleman and get it done. Call 800-800-4600.
Tonight, the House of Representatives vote to pass a short-term spending bill that would avert a government shutdown. Both Democrats and Republicans overwhelmingly supported the measure. The government is set to run out of money late Friday. The two-part House measure would fund some government departments through January 19th. Others would get funding through February 2nd. The bill does not include more aid for Israel or Ukraine. The legislation now needs approval by the Senate. President Biden has indicated that he would sign the bill if it gets full congressional approval. But as the House clears a big hurdle toward avoiding that government shutdown, one of the nation's most exclusive clubs almost became Fight Club. Scott McFarland explains.
Congress's gridlock nearly turned into a headlock.
If you want to run your mouth, we can be two consenting adults. We can finish it here.
Oklahoma Republican Senator Mark Wayne Mullen, a former mixed martial arts fighter, challenged Teamsters President Sean O'Brien, who'd been blasting Mullen on social media as a clown and a fraud.
You want to do it now?
I'd love to do it right now.
Well, stand your butt up then.
You stand your butt up.
Oh, hold on.
Oh,
stop it.
Vermont's Bernie Sanders had to step in.
Sit down. Sit down. Okay. You know, you're a United States Senator. Sit down.
Active.
Oh, okay. Sit down, please.
Or was it necessary to do something so provocative at that hearing?
I don't know what provocative is. I mean, he's the one that said stand up.
Tempers flared across the Capitol in the House as well, with accusations of a physical attack by one member on another. It was in this basement hallway where Tennessee Republican Tim Burchett, who helped vote to out Kevin McCarthy as Speaker last month, says McCarthy elbowed him in the back. Burchett was doing a radio interview here at the time, and the microphone picked up some of the audio.
Why'd you elbow me in the back, Kevin? Hey, Kevin, you got any guts?
Jerk. Burchett then ran after McCarthy.
What kind of chicken move is that? You're pathetic, man. You are so pathetic. What a jerk. You need security, Kevin.
McCarthy said it was an accidental bump in a crowded hall.
I'm not hitting somebody. If I hit somebody, they would know I hit them.
So you're quite confident this was deliberate?
Oh, yeah. Come on. I'll take a polygraph test.
Averting a government shutdown is a first accomplishment for the new House Speaker, Mike Johnson, but it was a deal made with Democrats. Making agreements with Democrats is part of what caused trouble for Kevin McCarthy. But as Republican colleagues tell CBS News, Johnson had little other choice with so little time. Scott McFarland, CBS News, the Capitol.
Well, stay with us. News 40's Patrick Carey is in with a look at sports right after this.
Honda drivers, service your Honda with the experts. Your local Honda dealers use genuine Honda parts and certified Honda technicians to service all Hondas. Make sure your Honda stays 100% Honda. When you need service, go to Gary Force Honda today.
Join the WNKY News 40 weather team. Visit WNKY.com to become a weather watcher.
WNKY News 40 Weather wants you to join our team. Become a weather watcher at WNKY.com. You can connect directly with our team. Plus, your photos and videos will be featured in our weathercasts.
Presented by JB Electric.
Enjoy a great lunch with a different food truck every week and help support our local charities.
Join us for Food Truck Fridays at the Tidballs parking lot on Chestnut Street. Part of your lunch purchase will be donated to a local nonprofit by Flora Templeton Stewart and our food trucks.
Food Truck Friday has collected over $10,000, making a difference in our community.
Brought to you by the law firm of Flora Templeton Stewart.
WNKY News 40 wants to make your holidays extra special. We're sending 2 lucky winners to experience the magic of Christmas at Gaylord Opryland. This early Christmas gift includes a 2-night stay at Gaylord Opryland, admission to Ice featuring the Polar Express, and admission to tubing. Our winners will be announced on the Black Friday edition of News 40 Sunrise. Get ready to enjoy Christmas at Gaylord Opryland. Enter to win now at WNKY.com/contests.
Person, place, or thing.
It's not Las Vegas, Atlantic City. Yeah!
Play along with a chance to win from home
on WNKY NBC 40.
Honda's got it going on for drivers everywhere. On the road, on the town, on for work, or for play, night or day. On with safety, more miles per gallon, and the best resale value. Shop Gary Force Honda today.
Welcome into sports. WKU visited Murray State tonight, renewing an in-state rivalry. Maxwell Trink has more from the game.
WKU looking to rebound after their loss to Wichita State. Their first road win coming tonight against Murray State here in Murray, Kentucky. What led the way for the Tops was points off the bench, specifically 2 returners from last year, Christian Lander and Dante Allen. Allen finished tonight with 18, while Lander had 12. The bench accounted for 34 of the Tops' 86 points. The 2 key starters from tonight was Brendan Newman and Don McHenry, who also tallied double digits in the point column. Head coach Steve Lutz had this to say after the victory.
We had a mishap at Wichita State, and we
lost a big streak. Well, tonight we broke a big streak. So it's just part of athletics. But, you know, I'm happy that our team is continuing to get better and continuing to become a better basketball team.
Tops will return to action, this time at home against Kentucky State this Saturday at 7 p.m. tip-off. Patrick, back to you.
All right, thanks, Max. Well, shifting gears, WKU Lady Toppers were in action last night. The Tops hosted Cornell inside of Diddle Arena in a battle of Big Red. WKU was led by Casey Hayes, who finished the night with 18 points, followed by Alea Pitts, who tallied 10 as they took down Cornell 62-56. The Lady Toppers moved to 3-0 on the season for the first time since 2014. Here were head coach Greg Collins' thoughts after that win.
I like the expectations that this team has and that they have of themselves. And so when you got that and you expect to be great, then you can handle a little criticism. I was talking to her right then about what we're going to watch film on tomorrow, and her response was, "Yes, coach." And so even though she's a very savvy player, very high IQ player, but she's still hungry to learn and get better. And so when you got that, you got a chance to be pretty good.
Well, the Louisville Cardinals are looking to bounce back tomorrow night, hosting Coppin State. The Cards fell to Chattanooga last week, 81-71. Head coach Kenny Payne in Louisville is currently 1-1 on the season. With a tough stretch in front of them, Coach Payne is beginning to feel the urgency to win inside the Yum Center.
I need them to be more vocal. I need them to be more accountable. I need them to make it a player-driven team instead of a coach-driven team. I want to win. And the fact that I want to win, I want to fight when we lose.
And finally, the Tennessee Titans are searching for a bounce-back win this weekend after falling to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Titans continue their road trip in Florida, visiting their division rivals in Jacksonville. The Jags are coming off a blowout loss to the 49ers. For head coach Mike Vrabel, he's looking to continue getting all he can out of this year's roster.
We have to be able to make sure that we're not missing opportunities. And so, we've played with, undrafted. Everybody that's here, is expected to do their job, and we have trust in them and, have earned the right to play, whether that's their first opportunity in TK or, Andrew Rupchich or, Eric Garrar or right on down the line.
Well, that's a look at sports. We'll be right back.
I'm attorney Deborah Brose. I am committed to my clients across South Central Kentucky. But don't just take it from me. If you've been injured in a car wreck, I can help. Call our office today for a free consultation.
Change is coming. What doesn't change? Toyota's commitment to giving you the freedom to explore. So now they're offering $1,000 APR cash on new gas model 2024 Camrys, including all-wheel drive. Change with Camry. Toyota. Let's go places.
Attention Medicare beneficiaries. If you have or are eligible for Medicaid, please listen closely. You may be eligible for the WellCare Dual Liberty HMOD SNP Medicare Advantage Plan from WellCare with a $0 monthly plan premium. Call now. We can answer your questions and help you enroll over the phone. WellCare provides access to essential benefits that go beyond original Medicare, such as dental, vision, hearing, and prescription drug coverage. Plus extra benefits like more access to care with fitness benefits and WellCare's telehealth services, including online doctor visits. And the WellCare Spendables debit card to use for additional dental, vision, and hearing costs, over-the-counter health items, even gas and groceries. Your Spendables card balance rolls over every month, so you never lose a cent as long as you have the WellCare Dual Liberty HMOD SNP plan. WellCare is contracted with Medicare to provide plans that may be perfect for you. Call 1-877-283-2585. Now, that's 1-877-283-2585.
If you've been hurt in a car wreck, there's only one thing you need to do. Call 800-800-4600. We stand up to the insurance company for all the money you deserve. Call 800-800-4600. We know how to turn low insurance offers into big settlements. Call 800-800-4600. When you need a lawyer, ask anyone in Kentucky. They'll say, get Hughes & Coleman and get it done. Call 800-800-4600.
It's time to tighten up, South Central Kentucky.
WNKY is your official home for the Tennessee Titans.
Watch our games plus the Coach Mike Vrabel Show and Titans All Access.
Only on WNKY News 40 because local matters.
WNKY News 40 is always on at WNKY.com.
Welcome back. Well, it looks to be pretty pleasant across the board this
Yes,
week.
it does.
Vanna White.
Yeah, it's with Vanna White doing the. Yes. The weather is looking pretty good for tonight. Tomorrow, I think we will see more more sun than we saw clouds today. 68 will be the high after getting down into the 40s tonight, near 70 Thursday. Lots of rain, Patrick, on Friday.
Oh, boy.
63.
No.
Is this next to the last football frenzy?
Potentially.
Potentially.
We're in that time of year now where it's out of our hands.
So whoever gets eliminated,
fades.
yeah, right. Okay.
We will see. Exciting stuff.
Yep.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. We'll see you back here tomorrow morning.